Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. In this video, I've got the brand new Ruger American Generation 2 Ranch. That's a mouthful. And 300 Blackout. And we are doing a 100-yard bow light test. And see what it groups the best. I already sighted it in with some 150 grain Fiocchis. So in this video, I'm going to show you 6 different SuperSonic loadings out of this brand new Generation 2 Ruger American Ranch 300 Blackout. Let me roll in some footage real quick. I just sighted in with these 150 grain Fiocchis and I was impressed. Let me show you all the groups I got with that real quick. So you saw there, it's pretty much averaging just a shade over half-inch groups at 100 yards, which I don't care what you're talking about. That's pretty impressive. But now I've got 5 more. Let's start it off with some Barnes. I got Barnes, Nosler, Defiant, Liberty, and HSM, as well as those Fiocchis you just saw. Let's start with the Barnes. I'm gonna do one group each, do my absolute best, and then we'll measure all the groups down there at 100 yards. Just to let you know, this is a Citron S-Tac 2 to 10 zoomies. I'm doing all these groups with 10 zoomies. Let's see what happens with the Barnes. I'll try to pop up the picture of the box of everything and edit it all so we don't have to watch a real long video. But here's the Barnes. So far, so good. That's definitely under an inch. Now, I am doing this from the rest. This is my Caldwell Lead Sled DFT2. People always ask me what rest I'm using. This is probably the favorite rest that I have. But, looks like that's probably, I don't know, 0.6 inch group. We'll measure it here in a second. But, let's go on down the line. We are going to let these cool just a tad. It is 5 degrees outside, so I'm not too worried about heat. That's not even warm. But next, let's do the nozzlers. Now, somebody might say, oh, you need to do groups of 5 and send the whole box. Well, yeah. More data we have, the more better. But I'm not going to send the whole box. We're going to do what we're doing and get a pretty good judge of what grain weight and what factory loading this Ruger likes the best. Here goes the nozzlers. Top right target. Not a terrible group, probably not the best. Next one we're going to send is Defiant. It's kind of a smaller company, but I'll put the box up on the screen here so you can see it too. This is a 110 grain as well. Everything though, I believe so far is at least under an inch. How we doing? Yeah, barrel's cool. What do we got left? We got a Liberty and then a HSM. So we'll give it a second and we'll get those Liberties. I think that's going to be the best group. That's like a 0.3 inch group right there. What do we got left? We got that HSM Full Metal Jacket. More cheapy stuff, run of the mill. And these are also 150 grains, just like the Fiocchis. So let me grab 3 of these. Not terrible though. I think it pretty much does pretty good with everything. And again, this is just a 10 power optic at 100 yards. So I may not be holding the exact same spot every time, but doing my best out here. Let me grab that and grab the calipers and let's measure them. Did pretty good. All right, guys, so here we have it. Here's all of our data on this Blue Light Slinger so far. So for the Fiocchis, I did a whole sheet of those, getting it sighted in. Average was 0.56, best 0.47. So averaging half-inch groups with the 150 gram Fiocchis. And come over here, tested a bunch more in this video. The theme continues. 0.46 with the Barnes 110. Still under an inch with the Nosler. To be honest, I've never had good luck with anything Nosler, but that's just my experience. Defiant 110s, 0.87 at 100. The best of the day is those super fast 2,500 feet per second Liberty 96 grainers. Two in the same hole and another one just about touching. 0.44 at 100 yards. The worst of the day is that HSM, which I don't remember ever having much luck with that either, at a 1.18. But overall, this thing is averaging pretty much half-inch groups with stuff that's, some of it's not that great. That Fiocchi is generally pretty cheap stuff, and it loves it. And then that Liberty's good stuff, 0.44, and it liked the Barnes. Pretty cool. Getting more data on this Ruger American. All right, so there you have it, guys. So many people asking me to get some real world data on these new Ruger American Generation 2s. So far, so good. You saw with the SuperSonics out of this 300 Blackout, several loadings getting under half-inch groups at 100 yards, which is phenomenal. There's big money stuff that can't even come close to that, but pretty near everything under half an inch at 100 yards. Banished 30 gold can on the end from Silencer Central using the Caldwell Lead Sled DFT2 today, and seeing what we could get out of this Ruger American Gen 2 Ranch 300 Blackout at 100 yards. But hey, I don't know if we could ask too much more out of that thing with all this factory stuff. But hey, appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you're subscribed, guys. Make sure you've gone over to hootyhoo.com, signed up for the free newsletter. I'm doing free giveaways on there all the time, and new blog posts and new stuff I promise you don't want to miss out on. I'm squinting because I'm looking right in the sun. But hey, appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you're subscribed. We'll see you on the next one. Hooty hoo!